everybody. I was sitting here and trying to think of where I left off on my last video, and I believe it was the part where the woman's voice was talking to me. And if anybody wonders what this is, I got this at my nephew's funeral, and it's a Jeep thing, and I miss him very much. Okay, sorry, I'm just having a really emotional day. So where I left off was when she was telling me that when me and my other half, whoever this is, I may have him, but he's not here right now, or it could be someone else, I don't know. I'm not saying a thing. Anyways, whenever we get back together or finally reunite after these billions of years, she said that it's going to be very emotional, but I'm going to have a lot of support around me, that it's going to be okay. It's going to be a good emotional, not a bad emotional. It's just going to be an overwhelming feeling of love, and that's something that I really don't know what that feels like. Now, I know, like, when I'm playing with my granddaughter on Roblox, or my grandson, if I just sit here and think of what a cute young man he's just growing up to be, and I'm just so proud of all of them. My little Rose, I haven't seen any pictures of her lately, but they're in the state of California, but they bring through that love for me. And it's funny because when I start to feel it and I know what it is, I'm afraid of it. And it's like I block it, but it feels so good and I want it. It's so warm and it just feels so good. I know that feeling, but not from this lifetime. And it's like they've been giving me little breadcrumbs of it, reminding me of it, and it's, before I go on with my part two and in the rest of my awakening, there's just the reason I'm having an emotional day is basically because I'm starting to figure things out, and I've been doing a lot of stuff and getting a lot of light codes and asking Saint Germain to refill my body with love. Everywhere that my body has no love, to please refill it with the love that it's meant to have. And wow, it's kind of working, because I've always been a very caring person, and I love everybody. When I love unconditionally, and everybody that knows me knows that. But man, it's not a sad thing, but it just makes me want to cry, because I know what I've been missing, and I'm starting to feel it, and it just makes me want to cry, and I don't know why. If anyone can explain that to me. But wow, it's like music is so much. Music is the key to figuring out everything. And I can tell you right now, there is hidden meanings in everything that I do and put out. I don't just throw stuff out. Everything I do has a meaning, unless I'm just having a ranting day where someone peed me off. Then I'm probably just my ego taking over there. But anything else, like my videos, everything. And a lot of times I just throw them together, I do, but they always end up having meaning. I'm like, whoa, how'd I do that? Oh, and that's the thing. This whole time, ever since I started into art back in like 2009, I'm a digital artist, by the way. I do auto drawings, but I am in no way, shape, or form an artist that way. I'm digital. I like to freak stuff out. But, so if anyone wants to make fun of my painting pictures, see that? Where was I? Sorry, I get distracted. So ever since then, I would always, every time I would get ready to go create or do anything, my one spirit would pop up, and he was just this young guy sitting at a desk with a pencil in his hand, and he looks over at me, and I'm ready. So I thought that was my artist spirit that comes through for me, because I could be drawing on paper and just trace the lines they're showing me sometimes, you know. Um, and here, what's so crazy is I was watching this documentary or something. There was one of the shows on, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but they was talking about Saint Germain, and they showed a picture of him, and I'll be damned if that's not him sitting. And it was a picture of him sitting at his desk with a pencil in his hand, looking over just like he looks at me all the time. So I'm like, whoa, he's been with me this whole time. Excuse me. So that in itself is crazy. So I guess we're going to have a part 3. Okay, I was on the part where the voice was coming through to me, and she was telling me how when I get back together with him, it's just going to be very emotional. And then she was saying to be very mindful of things that I do and say, because I'm being watched. Everybody's watching. She said everybody from everywhere. Now I know what that means. You see, some of it, and I wish I could remember every single word she said to me. I wish I wasn't so stuck in that trance that I couldn't think to go write stuff down. But I felt like I've been being watched my whole life. Kind of like that movie that can I think of his name? You know the one I'm talking about, that Jim Carrey played in, where he was just being watched his whole life. And that's kind of what I feel like here. And I know for a fact that music is the way that I'm being communicated with, and through here sometimes. And I'll get into that later, but she was telling me that, and she said, I can't remember how far I got with you on the last one. Okay, I'll have to rewatch this to see how far I got, but one thing that I did want to bring through is, you know how there's a lot of people out there that think they're Jesus, or they think they're somebody like that. Well, now that makes sense to me too, because I believe that we've all lived those lives. I know I have memories of being Mary Magdalene with Jesus. I have memories of being Lilith. And I just know that we've probably all lived these lifetimes. I think I've lived every lifetime there is to live, because I can look at a person, but I just know everything about them, their whole life, and it comes to me as a feeling. I just feel like I've lived everything. I've lived everyone. Especially when it comes to like music videos and stuff. I have memories of making some music videos. It's like so if you think about it, if we're in a game, I came in all these lives and was doing things to make sure I got to me in this life, because in this life everything has to be real. I have to be really me. He has to be really him. There's no fake in my life. There's no fake anything. And there's a lot of people that this world think is passed away, that is not. They're still here. And I'm not going to say who those people are, but everyone's going to see. I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I can even tell you, they even tell me sometimes the famous people who they were. Like, I know where Nefertiti is. She might just have a poker face. I know a lot of stuff. I've been told a lot of stuff. And I don't know, I'm just going to start bringing it out there, because I am trouble. And I help people get through the craziness of awakenings. I've been living one my whole life, so I just get on here, be me, and tell you my crazy stories, and hopefully that helps someone. So my 10 minutes on this is almost up, and so the whole next video, part 3, will be try to finish up the rest of that craziness for that one. But there's just so much. We're going to have a lot of talking. Sorry. Love you, everybody.